let's see if we can have this make a little bit of sense. By starting with getting a definition out there, getting something you could look at if you weren't sure. Water bottle. Yeah. Sit still over there. Nick, can you hand him that water bottle there? Okay. Here it says, as you've already learned, there are many verbs in German that are reflexive, and there really aren't as many in English that work like this. We have them, but not as many. The verbs in this part of the chapter have to do with a morning routine most of all. So, ik ziehe mich an, ik dusche mich, ik kämme mir die Haare, ik putze mir die Zähne. Many of these are reflexive in German, but aren't used like that in English, which makes this kind of challenging. So, type of pronoun used when there isn't a body part in the sentence. Let's get this written down. When there is not a body part, if I just say ik kämme mich, or ik dusche mich, or ik rasiere mich, I'm not being specific on what I'm combing or showering or shaving, then it is accusative. Does everyone have this sheet of paper? I tried to pass it out. There you go. Sweet. All right. So, example, I take a shower. Ik dusche mich. These two things match up with each other. You won't use ik and then say a different one ever. It will always either be mich or mir with it. Colin. I can try. So type of pronoun that's used when there is a body part in the sentence. Dative, yeah, dative. As an example, I wash my hands. Ik wasche. Here instead of mich, it's going to be mir. Ik wasche mir die Hände. Ik wasche mir die Hände. Why did that one go to mir and the first one was mich? Because we're being more specific. If you want a really technical definition, who's showering? I am. What am I showering? Myself. Nominative, accusative. But down here, we've got three things. We've got ik, mir, and die Hände. Who's washing? I am. What am I washing? The hands. Mir is indirectly related. So subject, direct object, indirect object, you then become dative in your own sentence. We don't have to worry about that in English. This is where German kind of goes to a next level of complexity. But it's not that bad if you know that only ones are going to change are mich and dich, and only if we're being specific. Okay? But we can use these verbs, these reflexive verbs, in a non-reflexive way, like I shaved the cat. Ik rasiere. I'm not going to say mich. I'm not going to say mir. It's just ik rasiere die Katze. We don't need a pronoun there, a reflexive pronoun, because we're not doing this to ourselves. It's got to have surgery, or it got in a bunch of bubble gum. Maybe it rolled around in some bubble gum, so you need to shave it all up. All right. So, looking at these examples down here, you guys, if I'm using to wake up, aufwachen, which of those would I need to use reflexively? A or B there? A or B? Which of those would be reflexive in describing it? Am I boring? Ik ziehe mich auf, or ik ziehe das Baby auf. Which of those is reflexive? The first one, A, because you're describing what's happening to yourself. B would not be reflexive if I'm saying ik wache das Baby auf. I wake up the baby. The baby. If the teeth are not a part of you anymore, if they're outside of your body, right? Which of those would be reflexive, A or B? A. Ik. So what would be the difference? Ik putsa meer die tenen, or ik putsa die tenen. I brush myself the teeth. I brush my teeth. I brush the teeth. Ik putsa die tenen. Looking at this one, it's a little more clear cut. Which of those would be reflexive, A or B? A. A is reflexive because we're doing this to ourselves. Ik kemma meer die haren. Ik kemma meer die haren. B would not be reflexive. It would just be ik kemma den hund. I comb the dog. We don't need mik or mir for that one. You're going to be tempted to make it mir though, because I told you this pattern, right? If you have other stuff, it changes from mik to mir. If it's just I comb myself, it's a kemma mik. If I comb my hair, it's a kemma mir die hara, but then it kemma blank den hund. There's a thing. Just because of that though, you're not combing yourself, you're combing the dog. So it's not reflexive. A couple more to look at, like A and B, which one's reflexive? A. Yeah, ik putsa mir or ik washa mir das Bein. If I don't want to say specifically that I'm washing the leg, ik washa mik. Ik washa mik, ik washa mir das Bein. This, ik washa den hund, not reflexive. I'll skip down to the bottom here. We've got ones like wake up myself, wake up a bear. Those are going to be different. Put on makeup. Ik schminke mich. Ik schminke den Clown. Or ik zie mir die Krawatte an. Ik zie das Kind an. Not reflexive, not reflexive, reflexive, not reflexive. So ik rasiere mich. Ik rasiere mich. Yeah, it's like you're looking at a mirror here. Ik rasiere mich. Ik rasiere die Katze. We don't need mik or mir there. We don't have a lot of time left. What I want you to do really quick is flip this over and try. It's okay if you are not successful to pick the correct pronoun to fill in the blank. There's this information on the board to help you out, showing which ones are accusative and dative, and these are the same no matter what. The difference here, ik washa mich, we use accusative. Here we use dative because we're being specific about the hair. This is meant to be kind of difficult, describing a morning routine. Let's read. Jeden Morgen muss ich blank viel machen. That one would not get a pronoun. That would not get mich or mir, because machen is not a reflexive verb here. But here, if I'm waking up at 6, I wake myself up at 6 a.m. Ik wache mich 6 Uhr auf. Then I take a shower. Dan dusche ik blank. What would make the most sense to put in this blank here? Mich. I shower myself. Dan dusche ik mich. Why not mir? Because I'm not telling you specifically what part I'm showering. Or what, yeah, there's nothing else in that sentence. Ik wasche blank mit Seife, wasche blank die Haare und rasiere blank die Beine. Seife is soap. Try your best, go through these, guess if you have to. It's okay to guess and get these wrong. Yeah, soap.